And salutations. Whoops. I don't know if that worked. Hang on one second. Oh my. Hang on. Hang on. What is going on? I can see my microphone move, my meter moving. Was ist das? Hang on. Hang on, hang on. Let's see. It's probably just something, I just want to make sure, because if I can't hear my voice, then I'm not sure if you can either. So we're going to do some troubleshooting right off the bat. Jeez, what a way to wake up, huh? Bluetooth. Why is this? I can see my meter moving. So that means it's getting sound. Let's see. Test. Okay, so it's hooked up to there. So what is going on here? Well, we'll just have to do a new intro here. Why? Okay, so the meters are moving. Everything's fully charged. That meter's moving. Okay, let's do another test. Okay, let's see. Okay, so again, let's go to the beginning of that song. Okay. Well, maybe it's something within Meld. Hang on. I gotta go over to my laptop. Okay, so see, this is the one thing I don't like about Meld is it automatically updates, and if you're about ready to go live, you don't want to update your software, because what if they change something and then there's a setting inside. So let's see if that helps, maybe. No. Oh, notice changes to the audio output device will not take effect until Meld Studio is restarted. Well, I can't restart my Meld Studio. Okay. Well, you know what? Hang on. Let me grab my old phone. This is how we see if this is working. We go into the live stream. Okay. Okay, we are working. Okay, cool. 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 I'm not going to worry about it. Let's try this again. I'll just come in and re-edit and edit this part out. Me and the shenanigans. It's always shenanigans. Greetings and salutations. My name is Tish and welcome to the Artist Haven. In this live stream, we are continuing with our 30 journals in 30 days sprint, marathon, shenanigans, craziness, whatever you want to call it. And today I am going to be doing a mini flip-flop journal because I was cleaning up my desk last night and I'm like, I wonder what I'm going to do with these. This is from our journal yesterday. And there was a little stack of them and I'm like, well, there's nothing really that it'll work with except for collage fodder. And I'm like, well, I can use some of it for collage, but I want to do something else with it. So I thought, what if we made this little tiny flip-flop journal? Because normally, you know, they're 5 by 7 at least. And this one is 5.5 by 4 1/4. So this will actually fit inside of another journal. So I thought it'd be really cool to do it that way. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I might recut this piece of paper just to be a little bit bigger. I don't know. I kind of like it that way. Anyway, I made up this the flip-flop notebook that goes inside, but I only put 3 pages on it because otherwise it's gonna get like ridiculously small. I mean, we probably could put 2 more on there, but I like doing things in odd numbers. So 3 it is. And then that'll go here as a pocket, and then we'll have our pages. So I pulled out 3, so 1, 2, 3. And then I have the paper left over from making this. So we've got 4, 5, and 6. So that is, that is 3 on each side. So let's do 2 more pages. Let's find 2 more book pages. I actually think I have the perfect ones too. Where's my bin of scraps? Here's my bin of scraps. Excuse me. We'll do 1, and 2. There we go. See? Easy peasy. Now for, we'll put this back. Now for the cover, last night I was doing some art papers, and it made me think, well, what if I did a cover with like some white paint and then we embossed it and then we went back and played with it. So that's what we're gonna do with this black cover. I think it'll look really cool. We need to cut it down a little bit further, but I wanted to give myself room in case I didn't center it perfectly. And then that way I knew kind of what was going on. Yeah, I think I need to make this a little bit bigger. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. I have the scrap somewhere. Here it is. I have this piece still, and we can still use this for another one. So I'll put that back in that bin. And yeah, let's do like that. So see, I always call an audible. And we'll mark this right here. And I'm gonna make them super dark so I can find them. There we go. I'm actually really kind of excited for this. So this cover is gonna be epic. Let me grab the guillotine here. Should we call it? Let's call it. I'm gonna call it the Queenie, because I have random thoughts that go through my head, and it's like guillotine. Okay, guillotine. What's something they'd say with a guillotine? Off with their heads. And what does that make me think of? Alice in Wonderland, the Queen of Hearts. My hair is just in my face. I need to get a ponytail holder. I don't like it. I don't like it. There we go. That bottom piece is a little crooked, so I'll make this straight. And then I'll shave a little. Oh, maybe that is straight enough. Yep, that's straight enough. I'm gonna shave it down just a little. There you go, and a little off the top. Just to ensure that it's straight-ish. Okay. There. I like that much better. Now we gotta find a color to stitch the back of this with. I suppose we don't have to stitch it. Oh, we want this to be the top. Let's mark this. This is our top. Because I want that going up. Because that look, well, it doesn't really matter, I guess. And this is cut a little crooked, so I guess the rest of it being crooked isn't that big of a deal. But this is our top on this. There we go. All right. Yeah, I like that, but it is cut crooked. Oh well, handmade. Okay. So let's use this one because then we can just fold it here. Oops. Oh, that's right, we taped it. Well, now we know it works. We'll use that like that, and we can take that'll be fine. We'll put that one down first, and then so this is going to be a right. This one can be a left. Let's make this one a left. And let's get the decal cutter for this one. If you would like to get your own decal cutter, which I highly recommend, this thing is so much fun. You can get it at the Painted Raven. It's the local store here in Elgin, and they do have a shop on the interwebs, and there's a discount code in the description box below, so you can get a discount too. I like those donuts. Donuts. Okay, this can be the left. left, right. Let's do this right, right, left. Because then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And we're going to decal cut the edge of this, but we're going to fold this one first. And make it 6. 5.5. Yeah, 6. Excuse me. So this goes this way. There we go. And then this guy. Make him deckled edge, just the one edge, and then we're going to be ready to assemble already. But before we do, we're going to do the coat. Well, no, let's finish this out so we can finish the cover. I mean, wow, this is going together really quickly. Let's hope the rhythm keeps going. Let's hope it goes with us, continues to go with us. I'm going to paper clip all these together and put them in my scrap bin. There we go. And those will go in the scrap bin. Oh, there's this paper too. We could put this in there. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So and we've got this paper too. Because he's got these they're like little short pieces, and what are you going to do with them other than put them in collage fodder? Okay, I need to get a ponytail over my hair. So kind of. Let's just do this. There we go. Let's see. This is the left. And this one will be a right. I got all rolled up. Trying to see which way it goes. This way. There we go. I'll just fold this here like that. Do it like that. There we go. Okay, let's put this together real quick, and then we'll get the cover made. Maybe a closure. Should we just put a little simple ribbon on it? I think it'd be cute. All right, hang on one second. I'm gonna grab a drink of my coffee, and it's got ice in it and stuff, so I always mute my microphone when I'm taking a drink because I don't want you to have to hear the rattle, rattle, clatter, clatter. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, thank you. Whew. All right, let's get this little notebook on here. You know what? I think I'm gonna round the corners on this. Just a little smidge. All right, where's Vicini? There he is. I am waiting for Vicini. Just to give it some variation, I think I'm gonna ink these two, this one. I think I'm going to do it in black though, just like edge it in black. All right, so just so it stands out a little bit more. I'm not like doing the whole like I did on that one. Yes, that's the official term of it. It is called chuk. I'm sorry, there is too much blood in my caffeine system. Okay. There we go. And I think for the stitching on this, I think I'm going to do a straight stitch. I always do a zigzag stitch, but I think I'm going to do a straight stitch, but I don't know what color I want to use because the zigzag is going to take up too much of the back. All right, we're going to lay that there and grab our bucket. There we go. And we're just going to lay down a line of glue. And lay this down right about there. It's kind of hard to tell because it's metallic, so it's like, where is it? Is it even? All right, there we go. That looks super cute. All right, now, we might have to cut this down a little bit. Yep, just a smidge. Just for cut that edge. So this is going to have a lot of fold-ins or fold-out pop-outs, so that's why I'm keeping it. I'm keeping them long because we can tear out what we don't want or cut out or whatever. I'd rather have too much paper than not enough. So, and this is such a little book, you want to make it worth the while. So we start on this side. Let's start with, since we have blue, let's do this one first. Let's do it right there. And this is taped, so it'll be nice and sturdy. Let's start him off down here. So when you're making these, you know, make sure you got a nice crisp edge. And then you want to get your fold over your edge and then lay it down and hold it down. And you're going to see that there's a little gap when you do this. I'm trying to get this as tight as I can against there. There we go. So when you flip it open and holding the base, you're going to flip it open and you're going to see there's just the tiniest bit of a gap. That's what you want. You're doing it right. Don't fret. Okay, there we go. My hands aren't awake yet. My brain isn't awake yet. Okay, now we're going to fold this in like this. Right about here. There we go. Now we can get the rest of this stuff built. So what do we want next? Probably some color. Okay. There we go. And you don't want to glue next to the edge. You want to glue probably yay far ahead, about maybe 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch. Probably closer, err on the side of caution, go 1/4 inch if you have the room with your paper. Just so you don't glue down the fold, because you don't want to do that. And then let's do this guy. He's a little big, so let's put him up here though. There we go. We'll fold him in on the other way once we get him glued down. So again, crisp edges, and we push it down, open it up, and then we're going to glue it down. There we go. And then for my flip-flop journals, I use paper tape on every two pages. It's a new fresh roll of paper tape. Yay! So that just helps hold the edges down. And I do put a little bit of glue stick on the back because I don't trust this adhesive, because this is inexpensive Dollar Tree stuff. And if you notice it's going to go over the edge, go ahead and take your scissors if you can find them. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Snip. Okay, now let's fold this guy in. There we go. See, he's going to be chunky, or she, they, whatever, however they identify. And then we're going to take this pop of color, and I'll put it right here. Excuse my sniffles. Allergies in Texas are no joke. I think I'm allergic to the mesquite. I think. I don't know. I haven't, but then, you know, as a woman, your body changes as you get older and you start having things that, you know, that you never had before, like pimples. I don't get them very often, but they do happen. And then we're going to take this one, I'm going to fold it back here, like that. Okay, and then we're going to take this blue one. Okay, I think I want to cut this down a little bit further. Let's get the decal. I know I want to cut this down a little further. There we go. Like that. And then I put all my scraps. I have a little bin on my desk here that I put all my papers in. And then when the weather starts cooling off a little bit here in Texas, it was 102 degrees yesterday, I think. It's insanity. Then we're gonna make paper clay, and I'll take you guys out. We'll set up the cameras outside and do that. Because that's an outside project. And that's also, I need assistance project. So I'll have to find an assistant for that day. Hey, Mikey could probably do it, but I know he could do it. So I want to do this one right here. And then we got to put some paper tape on here. Just like, oh. The new rolls just like fly. The paper tape just flies off of there. It's really funny. Because it's like, whoa. Next thing you know, you've got paper tape all over your studio because it's just rolling and rolling. It's like the spaghetti and the meatball on top of the spaghetti. Okay, we got a wrinkle in there. Come on, you. You know you want to. There we go. That's just gonna have to be there. So I'm gonna kind of do this at an angle. There we go. And that'll help keep everything down. Okay. Good. Got a lot more. Maybe we, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Maybe we just take out these two because this is already really thick. I suppose we can tear off some papers too. Let's keep going. Let's keep going because I want those two together. Yeah. Okay. there. He's, yeah, we're good. We're gonna be good. I think we just keep on rolling. I'm gonna put this one here. Perfect. Make this a little bit sharper of an edge. And I'm just using my thumbnail. And center it a little bit. There we go. Excuse my sniffle. Nope, we don't want that going down. There we go. And then this one is way too big, so let's cut this down. Okay, I thought I pulled the little. So let's go 4 3/4 ish. There we go. Top. That's the top. So I want to cover the blue. There we go. Okay, and we need paper tape on this side and paper tape on this side, so let's rock that. There we go. Nope, we're going over the edge, so we're gonna take our scissors and snip that. There we go. And we need paper tape here. Oh, it's already down. Just gonna try and smush it over a little bit. Okay. I think we're gonna round the corners on this one. Just on small. I mean, we can always go back and round the corners, but for some reason this one just seems like it needs more. So we're gonna put this in here. Because then we should have, actually, let's do this. Let's count and see where we're at. Excuse me. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5, 5, and then a cover. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that right there. Let's just leave it out. That's the way we have it right now. So we're gonna leave it out, and then I'm gonna open this up, put our glue down. There we go. We're not going to paper tape this one because we're going to put some boxing tape on there, and then there we go. And this one, so it looks like there's that. Yeah, I like that. And then here's our cover, which we're going to have to put a little spine in. But let's get the cover done. I'm gonna set this aside to dry, and I gotta find. What if we did? I wonder if I have hickory smoke, oxide, and some pearl embossing powder. What do you think? I think that'll look really cool. I don't know, but this is black cardstock, so if it doesn't look the way I want it to look, we can do another one. All right, let's move this stuff out of the way. This is collage fodder. There we go. And we still, maybe a teal, because there's a lot of blues in this one. See, there's blue there, blue there. There's this purpley blue, and then there's a blue, and blue, and blue, and blue. I know. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna paper clip this together so it kind of starts getting used to the way it needs to go. There we go. And then let's do this, and then while this is doing its cooling, drying phase, we will go ahead and stitch that other one. Okay, I'm done banging around. Let's see. I don't want glaze, I want pearl, which I think is down here. I need to write the name of all the colors on these. I think this is it. Nope, that's glitter. This is my party mix. That's clear. I know it's one of the white lidded ones. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me. Glitter. Or is this my party mix? I know one of these labels is my party mix because I bought it used and someone decided that they're gonna let their cat roll around in it or something because it was very, very dirty. Snow, so that's kind of a pearl. It's white. Maybe, which colors do I got here? Vintage photo, weathered wood. That would look kind of pretty. Cracked pistachio, walnut stain, peeled paint, tattered rose, fossilized amber. That one's really pretty. Broken china, hickory smoke. What if we did frayed burlap and hickory smoke glaze? But I think we need to do a white though. Maybe. And then this is, yeah, rusty hinge. And this is fired brick. I haven't even got a chance to play with these as much as I've wanted to. I have to get my UV resin out and start making the little things I want to make. I think we're going to play around with that. Let's just see where we're at. And this is sticky embossing powder, so it makes it sticky so you can take foils and put it on there, which would be really cool, but I don't have the foils out today. I think that's going to be one of our sessions on Monday or Wednesday night. I am doing a special live on tomorrow night. Just me hanging out. Maybe we'll do it then. Okay, let's take a scrap piece and see what this looks like. Oh yeah, see? I don't know if I like that. It's a little bit more brown than I want it to be. Let's try this one. Oh, perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Okay, so you can see this side here is frayed burlap, so it's got a little bit more of a brown tone to it. But if you look at the cover, it looks like it's more of a brownish gray, more than brown, more gray than brown. But it's actually more brown than gray. So we're gonna go with the hickory smoke, and I'm gonna get my stencil out. Where'd it go? I had it. I had it. Maybe I didn't have it. There it is. Okay, see? Welcome to my brain. I guess I had too much blood in my caffeine system. So I want to take and do it like this. Okay, and I want this underneath it. Because we're going to take a piece of painter's tape and bring this down. I'm going to take some painter's tape and tape this down right here. Okay. And tape this down right here. And this right here. Having more paper, painter's tape? Nope, those are all loopties. Okay, that should be good. Then we're going to take this should work. Okay, before we do this, let's get a piece of paper that we can do our embossing powder on. Move these out of the way. Let's make sure our embossing gun is plugged in and ready to go. I don't even know what that's for. There's this stuff going on. Okay, then we're gonna do the snow first, and then once it's hot, we'll take, so I'm gonna get the lids off of these. I'm gonna leave the lids on. So put that in there, and then take this off. There we go. And then we'll just put some pinches of the gray in there. I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to see. All right, so I think we got a good even coverage. And then I'm just gonna give this just one mist over with water. And I'm just dabbing off the excess water. Okay. Go. Put that over. I can't reach the chair. I guess it's gonna have to go on the floor for now. Okay, now white. There. Okay, that didn't stick a lot. Well, let's try that again. Well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna emboss what we got, and then we'll line the thing back up. We'll mute my microphone. Okay, so let's bring the stencil back, and then we'll mist it with water really quick. And we'll just use water to emboss with. Okay, now that we're all ready. Lay this back down. Make sure there's no water on the back side. Oop, wrong direction. There we go. So we're gonna lay this down so we don't get water everywhere. This up quick. Move over here quick. There, that's more of what I wanted. That's actually perfect. Good deal. And I didn't use a, what are they called? Anti-static. All right, let's grab. Okay. This isn't really loud, but I'm gonna mute the microphone anyway. Okay, get that put away, and then we're gonna get the hickory smoke open. There we go. Set that on top so we don't spill it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus my spray here, but if it happens to get on here and we get hickory smoke on there, it'll look cool. I'm not so sure I like it, but we're going to roll with it. We're just going to roll with it. Oh, I put it up here. Jeez, my Dame Bramage is kicking in. So we're going to focus our spray on this bottom part. Oops, hang on. Yeah, fold this down. So we line this up, we line that up. And we're going to put our hand right here so it doesn't spray too far, but then we also hold it down really well. Okay, now we should be good. And we're going to lift this off really fast. And oh, I don't have a Q-tip. I have a dry brush. Yes, I do. I just want to try this right here. You know what? That's okay. It'll get a little bit. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And yes, I could use embossing powder or embossing ink. But honestly, I don't want solid. I want it kind of look kind of splattery, and that's what we're getting here. So we're working with water, so we got to work quick. Okay, we're going to put this. This. All right, I think we're good. Let's put this away. Put that over there. And I'm gonna grab my little, actually, let's grab this. We're gonna grab my little broom, which is really a paintbrush, but it works great because when I emboss, I never keep it on the paper. It never stays. It's okay. I don't know what's worse, embossing powder or glitter. Let me know. What do you think? Embossing powder or glitter? Because I feel like I have sand on me for like days and days after I use embossing powder. But, you know, to each their own. All right, so I got that. We got that. And then this. Let's do a little vintage photo oxide. So I have my brown oxide dauber over here. Brown, yes I do. All right, so we're gonna kind of hit the edges and kind of tone this down a little bit. Is it messy? Yes. Is it cool? Yes. All right, and then we're gonna hit it with a little bit of water because that's the purpose of it, of oxides, is to have it oxidize. Oh, see, I like that. I think that looks cool. All right, let's hit it with the hairdryer on cool. Okay, now, here's what we're gonna do. Grab another piece of black cardstock. We're gonna grab, I don't have Hickory Smoke Distressed ink, but I have Hickory Smoke Distress in archival. So we'll see if this is gonna work the way I think it is. So, we need to do a little bit of a spine. I'm gonna take a rag and wipe this off because, oh yeah, it's everywhere. There we go. So yes, it's messy. Is it perfect? No. Do I want it perfect? No. Is it gonna pass as a card maker? Hell no. Those women and men that do that are like amazing, and I don't even try to compare myself to them. But I'm okay letting it be messy. I'm okay with chaos. So we're gonna come in, because we already got our inch here, so we're gonna come in, there's a 1/2 inch. Let's do right here. And we're gonna try and get this to fold without cracking. Hopefully the embossing powder will fold. There we go. That looks fantastic. And I'm gonna cut around these corners. But first, we're gonna make a little pocket to go on the back here. So I want it to go this way. So we're going to come in a wee bit. There we go. So, I say so a lot. I didn't realize how much I said so. There we go. And then that, give it a notch. And then this should fit in here seamlessly. There we go. There we go, cool. Okay. Now, let's take our, this is the top. All right, cool. We're just gonna cut off about right there. So let's take our pencil and just mark where we want to cut it off. And we're gonna make it straight. So go. And then we're going to round the corners. Hopefully our pocket still fits on the back. It should, because I made it super narrow. Yeah, it will. Okay. And then I'm going to round these corners. We're going to round them large. There we go. I'm going to round these corners large too, the ones at the top. And then, whoops, that didn't work real well. You'll go in, I say. Okay, there we go. And then we take and we just snip that off so it doesn't show. There we go. Same with this side. There. Now we're going to take the hickory smoke, and this is one of my spare daubers, so if I'm using oxide and ink on the same dauber, I don't care. It's gonna, oh, it's contaminating your ink pad. Oh well. And actually, it looks like we are gonna have to use oxide on this because the gray is not showing up. So I'm gonna uncontaminating my archival ink, and we're gonna bring the oxide back out, and we're just gonna do a little happy dance here. And I think we're gonna take kind of a shadow. I'm not making it real solid. Okay. I'll finish. Got water on my finger. And the reason why I did that is because there was embossing powder residue on there. I don't know how it got there, but you know what? We can make it work. There we go. And then we're going to take this, cover it, well, we're going to just, there we go. Let that dry. I'm going to do the edge, just the edges of this, just like this. And do this edge and this edge, and again I'll lay it flat and we'll give it some water. There we go. I'm going to let these hang out. I'm going to put some blue-ish colored thread in my sewing machine. I'm going to stitch this up. So I will be right back. Okay. Oh, wait. Hang on. Okay. I found this blue. It's like a variegated blue. It's not like a variegated blue. It is a variegated blue. I'll show it to you in a moment. And I don't know what is up with my sewing machine. I need to play with it a little bit. Tweak some adjustments or something, because it's breaking thread. And that's why I muted the microphone when I was going over there, because if I said a cuss word, I don't want to offend nobody. Because that thing makes me swear sometimes. Okay, let's just put it this way. It makes me swear all the time because I don't like sewing. I respect people who sew. People who make quilts are artists. I just don't have the patience for that shenanigans. I love everything they make. I mean, my friend Stephanie is an amazing sewer. I don't know what they call themselves. Seamstress seems to be limiting to garments. So quilter. She makes all kinds of cool things though. It's craziness. All right, we're gonna snip this off right here. Put this in the thread bin. And then cut this off at an angle. There we go. Put that down. Okay. Now we have one less thing to do. We need a closure of some sort. And so while that's drying, wait, we can put this, let's put this on first. So I always do the bottom first, because that way I can make sure it's lined up where I want it to be before I put anything down. And there goes my alarm telling me it's time for lunch.
It's 12 p.m. Have you eaten? It's 12:01 p.m.
There we go. Okay. I will eat after the live stream. Okay, so this is the top. And I want it right there. There we go. And now we'll do the sides. Before we do that, let's burnish these down a little bit better, because they are cardstock, so they like to do their own thing. So put a line of glue down. Yeah, I definitely need to get one of those bottles for the art glitter glue, the Sugar Bell bottles. And then I'll get a double-aught tip for it. That'll be perfect. Okay, so this is our top. And we want it, I want it like right in the center-ish. There we go. Keep booping it. Stop pooping it. Okay, and we're going to push this down so it's straight. Hold it down, open it up. And because this is the front cover, we're going to put an extra line of glue. There we go. There we go. Now let's see. Oh, that's perfect. Yep, I like it. Okay, now I want a little something something. I apologize for the fan, but if I turn the fan off, I will sweat to death. To the death. It's got red in it. Okay, I'm digging over here in my little pile of... I got a gray. Do I have gray font? Yes, I do, but I think it might be too wide. Let's see what we got. It's spiderwebby. And even though I love spiderwebs, I don't think it'll be appropriate for this particular journal. Yeah, let's see which one we like better. Okay. So I have this, I think I'm going to go with this one because it's sheer. Yep. Yep. Let's put this pin in here because this is just a little unruly. There we go. Put that right there. Okay, there we go. And we can cut these off if they turn out to be too long, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. So if you don't have enough, then you gotta cut a whole new piece. So there we go. And we're gonna cut these off after we get this glued on. So I'm gonna take the ends and the loops and we're gonna line it up where we want it. There we go. Piece of painter's tape. Should have done this before I got the loops ready. There we go. And just tack it down. Just very lightly. And that's where we want it. Put a little bit of glue here. There we go. Tap, tap, tap. There we go. And then brown tape. I need to get another roll of this because I gotta wait for it to go on sale because this stuff is actually really kind of expensive, but I've had this roll for, I don't even know, probably 2 years, year and a half. Granted, I haven't been making journals except for the last 3 months or so. But even 3 months. This is probably my favorite tape. We're gonna tape this side down. Cut it right there, like that. And then we'll do the same with this side. Come on. There we go. It's okay. Lift that up a little bit. Snip that off. There we go. All right, let's get our silicone spatula. There we go. And then put this away. I apologize. I do not mean to cough in your ear. It just kind of comes up and does its own thing. Now we need Fabri-Tac because that works the best for what we're about to do. Come on, go in the hole. Oh, you bugger. There we go. There we go. Fabri-Tac, Fabri-Tac, Fabri-Tac. All right, so get the goober off of that one. Missed the garbage completely, that's okay. So I know this fabric is, not as down as I thought it was. So we want to make sure that the fabric is down. So we put a line of Fabri-Tac underneath there and anywhere that it's lifting, because those will become problematic areas if we don't anchor them now. Okay, you, listen. You for real right now? There we go. Okay. And then we take and we make a square about 1/4 inch from the seam. Mostly on the edge of the fabric. And then we make another square inside of that. Excuse my hiccups. And make sure we have a nice layer of glue here. Okay, and then we come back on here and we do the same thing. About 1/4 inch from the edge. And we do another square. As the hope is between the two squares, we'll actually have enough glue. Okay, letting it finish its job there. Put the lid on. Take this and this and set it down. center it on there. Give it a good gentle press. If you just want it to not slide around, we're going to grab our clamps. Oh, you little turd. Let's make sure before we glue this, clamp this down 100%, because I forgot to check. Make sure that I think, yeah, we're at top to top. Okay, yeah, that's our top. All right, so put all those down, that down. Tie this up again real quick. Okay. A little bit coming out the top. Okay, so that's where we want it on the top. We're going to hold that, clamp it down. Oop. Let's move it over just a smidge. There we go. Clamp it down. Clamp this down. Now I'm pushing the clamps as far in as I can. And then we'll let this sit for about a half an hour. And come back. If you're going to be putting something small like this in another journal, you can use tags and whatever ephemera in this that matches your journal. If you want to go all matchy-matchy. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for the tags and stuff. I'm just making sure we don't have any glue seeping out where it's not supposed to, at least where I can see it. So that way, you can either do matchy-matchy or you can give it as a little gift and put a gift card in there. You know, just, there's 100 ideas you can do with this small thing. You know, gift cards, give it as you know, a birthday gift, and put a little coupon book of like little coupons that they can redeem with you or with your family or whatever. You know, it's just so many little things that you can do with this little book. And I'm grateful that I made it because I got to use up some of the really cool book pages that I have. And you don't even need book pages. You do you do whatever, you use what you got and roll with it and just have fun. And don't worry about a thing because everything's gonna be all right. Bob Marley had it right? Okay. I gotta find my mouse again because he likes to escape. And this should be cool. Yep, we're gonna hang that guy up so he's out of the way. And join me tomorrow for another 30 and 30 live stream. If you are watching this on the replay, thanks for hanging out and sticking around, and be sure to catch tomorrow's right now. Remember, be kind to one another. Peace, love, and happiness.